Welcome back, Loyola, to another episode of The Echo. Today we'll tell you everything you need to know about what's going on around campus, in Baltimore, and all over the nation. I'm Kerry Johnson. With the holiday season upon us, the Loyola community is planning events to benefit the community and campus. It's that time of year that people tend to give a little more to those in need, and Loyola's Center for Community Service and Justice is doing its part to help those less fortunate. Brittany Bryn explains.
The Loyola community is partnering with shelters and other agencies in Baltimore for the Presents for Christmas program. Participants donate gifts to more than 300 local children between ages 2 and 16 over the holiday season. Coordinator Mary Jo Rohrer says it's a rewarding way to help others.
It makes me feel as if I am giving back to the community. I think that many of the students on campus and faculty and staff, whoever participates, does feel the same way.
Participants shop for gifts, wrap them, then drop them off around campus. The gifts are later delivered to the shelters, just in time for Christmas. Those involved say it's a great way to give back.
It's just important to give back. I know I do, and most students here at Loyola wake up with a lot of presents under the tree on Christmas morning, and that's not really the case for everyone. So I just think it's really important to give back, especially at this time of the year when people like to have things under the tree and want to get into the holiday spirit.
Loyola is not only sponsoring programs here on campus, but is also working with local organizations to help families purchase gifts for inner city kids.
We have sponsorships that we set up directly between on-campus sponsors who would be students, faculty, administrators, anyone in the Loyola community, including alumni.
While the Presents for Christmas program ends in early December, there are still many ways to help out kids this Christmas. Find out more information by visiting the CCSJ website. Reporting for The Echo, I'm Brittany Bryn.
Thanks, Brittany. Looks like a great opportunity to help spread the holiday spirit. In the midst of the holiday season, some states are still recovering from the destructive effects of Hurricane Sandy, and some Loyola students are still struggling to deal with the after effects. Reporter Grace Goldoni joins us with more on the story. Grace?
Loyola has long been home to many students from New Jersey and New York, the states hardest hit by Hurricane Sandy. Now, these students must come to terms with the destruction in Sandy's aftermath while away from home. I sat down with two students from the Jersey Shore and Rockaway, New York, to see how they are coping.
They went without power for 10 days, and it was definitely very hard.
Alyssa Martinetti's family lost their livelihood thanks to Hurricane Sandy. While they didn't lose their home, they did lose power and heat. That meant long hours waiting for supplies.
They went to the food stores, everything was completely gone, and everyone was just in a frantic. So they brought in the National Guard and a lot of help relief supports, and there were just massive lines just waiting for food and water and even gas. My little sister, she went with my mom and holding gas tanks, and it was almost unreal. My high school, which is right on the beach as well, just a few blocks in, completely destroyed. The whole bottom ground is just completely flooded, and they just recently drained it, and it is a mess. It's in ruins.
Now that the power is back on at home, the process of rebuilding the Martinettis' lives and businesses begins. New York resident Marie Mattis is also recovering from the effects of the storm, which destroyed some of her favorite places.
Places that I used to be when I was a kid, for example, a boardwalk where I learned to ride my first bike is gone. Places I went with family members who are deceased are gone.
Being away from home with only news coverage to inform her of what was going on, Marie was shocked when she actually returned to her hometown to see the devastation firsthand.
I saw the houses and I saw what they looked like, but it wasn't real until I got home and I realized that friends' homes were gone and were destroyed in a matter of minutes.
Despite the losses in the aftermath of Sandy, both Mattis and Martinetti agree their communities will rebuild and grow stronger.
There's been nothing but help, especially in the community. My neighbors coming together, it's extended family for us, and it's good to know that they're there.
It might take some time, but both families and residents of the Jersey Shore and Rockaway Beach are hopeful things will get back to normal soon. Your help is still urgently needed to support the Sandy relief efforts. To help, donate to the Red Cross today at redcross.org. I'm Grace Goldoni reporting for The Echo. Kerry, back to you.
Thanks, Grace. Anything anyone can do to help those affected by Sandy would be greatly appreciated. It was a tough start to the holiday season for the men's basketball team as they suffered their second loss of the season against Florida Gulf Coast this weekend. The Hounds traveled to Florida to take on FGC, where Jordan Latham scored a career high of 17 points. However, Latham's performance was not enough for the Hounds, and they lost 65-50. Meanwhile, the Lady Hounds pulled off a close game, barely defeating American University over the weekend. The Hounds won by 2 points as Karen Marshall and Katie Sheehan combined for 35 points, improving the women's record to 3-4 on the season. If you attended the basketball games, you may have seen the halftime performance by the Loyola Dance team. But what about the other dancers on campus? This weekend, the Loyola Dance Company put on their annual winter showcase. I sat down with some of the members to find out more about the club. A normally quiet McManus Theater was unusually loud last week as Loyola's Dance Company practiced for their winter showcase. Alex Carr, one of the club's officers, took a break from rehearsals to give us some details on the company.
We currently have about 150 members. It's all student-run, so we choreograph our own pieces. We're the teachers, and we do pretty much everything for the show.
As the largest student-run organization on campus, the company is able to offer a wide variety of classes.
We have beginner, intermediate, and advanced classes in genres from hip-hop to tap to ballet to Irish dance, everything you could want.
Anyone who wants to join the company is able to, but the officers hold auditions each year to place students into certain classes. However, in order to teach a class, it's a much more difficult process.
We choose them. They are volunteers that we've seen that have stood out throughout the year. So we start you as a beginner teacher, and then we see how you do, and we move you up to intermediate and advanced. So we've all had a lot of experience doing some of that.
Dancers in the company find that the time commitment is very manageable, and junior Sarah Briscoe even finds that it helps her relax.
I think dancing is a great way to let loose, and especially when I'm like really emotionally or mentally stressed out from work. I feel like it's like such a good release of emotions, kind of like opens people up, and it's really a fun experience for everybody.
Although most of the dancers in the company have years of experience, there's also opportunities for dancers of all levels to participate.
I've been dancing my whole life, so when I found out that Loyola had a dance company, and specifically Irish step dancing, I jumped on the opportunity. I do hip hop. I'm a beginner. I've never been trained in hip hop, but I'm learning the basics and I'm having fun.
Whether students have been dancing their whole lives or just this semester, audiences always enjoy the dance company's performances. And with that, we wrap the Echo for this semester. Be sure to tune in after winter break for more news that's important to you and the Loyola community. I'm Kerry Johnson. Have a safe and fun winter break, Loyola.